And welcome back to Season 3 of Carman Conversations. And Season 3 is designated to the Mazda BT50 Ute Centre. And once again, to go through so much in the Ute Centre, we're joined by Lauren to ask us some of the more hard-hitting questions. Welcome, Loz.
Thank you. Also welcome, Clint. We'll introduce yourself and your role at the Ute Centre in just a second, but this episode is really just going to be introducing what is the Ute Centre and how is it any different to any other dealership where anyone can go to buy a BT50. But we are joined by Clint, who who is leading the charge at the Ute Centre.
Yep.
What do you do down there? What is your role?
I guess my role down there is to, be that point of difference and be able to customise people's vehicles the way they need them. Offer something different to what a normal dealership would offer, where it'd just be pick something off a list. I would actually go in and try and customise it to suit their needs and what they want to do with the Ute. So, and not put any boundaries on. We can't do this, we can't do that. It's we can do this and we will do this. So
I guess, Lauren, all our staff and what Clint just said is all our staff are trained on the BT50. But we wanted someone who wakes up breathing BT50. Who goes to sleep thinking about it and wakes up the next day thinking about it, and he actually owns one and he's got one designed and custom built himself that looks amazing. But that's what we wanted, someone to lead the charge who's going to be passionate about the product, and now you've got the whole team just kind of just following suit, and they can bounce off Clint for any questions they have. And he's always giving them advice and bringing them up to speed of a few tech tips, etc. So it's pretty handy having someone in that Ute Centre that obviously drives one, has a lot of experience and history in BT50 in automotive, but leading the charge with the passion around the product. So not only getting that passion back from him this way, but the customers are feeling every bit of it. And each project he takes on, he treats it like it's his own car. So I think that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, definitely. Such value add down there on top of everything else that is available.
Yeah.
Talk me through what sets it apart from everywhere else. So you get a customer and the experience that they would receive walking into the Ute Centre as opposed to the experience that they would receive walking into another Mazda dealership.
Well, I guess the big thing is a lot of people are scared of commercial vehicles because there is a lot involved in them.
Yep.
And there's a lot of curly questions that you get thrown as well. A lot of research you need to do. And I guess just having the confidence and the ability to be able to go down the right path with that customer and understand what they're trying to get out of their car as well.
Yep.
And just having that experience there, having the support from Luke and everything else as well, where he doesn't roadblock me on anything. It's just okay, we need to do this. Let's make this happen. So,
So the Ute Centre is a one-stop shop. So as opposed to just a normal dealership that might just have a few BT50s on display, we have a designated yard called the Mazda BT50 Ute Centre, headed up by a specialist and a team below it that have just nothing but BT50 knowledge of creating an option for you to build your perfect BT50 of exactly the way you want it tailor-made. And that Ute Centre provides everything, whether it come to any sort of package you want, whether it be commercial use or personal use, whether it be just accessory fitment that they have focused on, and we do it all in-house.
Yep.
And not only do we do it in-house, but we finance package a whole lot as well. So you've got coming in there and you think, I don't know if I can afford this and I need to add that and so on. We'll work the whole way through. And this is something that you just can't get. You can't get on the internet and you can't get it from just going to a yard and doing it over a phone. You need to be actually building that relationship and having an understanding of, you know what, we can do absolutely everything. And we're going to tailor-make these Utes to bespoke your needs around exactly what you want, and knowing that you got the confidence that we're going to do it like it was our own.
Yep.
So that's what sets us aside. And I guess that Ute Centre, it's as much or as little as you want. So if you have come in with a very, I suppose, a little bit of knowledge around what you need and your early days in buying a commercial vehicle or a full drive and you haven't done it before, perfect.
Yep.
We can spend as much time as you want. We have our 24-hour test drive. We have our demos available. We can show you examples of cars that we've built up and to suit that sort of driving, and just find out exactly what it is you need and what you think in your head might be totally different to what you actually require.
Yep.
Then you've got the other side of the people that are experienced, that have done it all their life, but they need something built up with, with heavy suspension and bigger wheels, and they want that look of, hang on, well, I want to carry cargo and I want to carry surfboards and I want to be able to tow my jet ski, and if not my jet ski, I want to be towing my caravan. We can answer all that in advice. We can build the ute to suit, but we can, some things you think we probably can't do in advice, we can give you that plus some.
Yeah, definitely. And like, I guess the beauty of that then too is you get the ute when you come pick it up with everything on it ready to go, and you don't have to lose time anywhere else doing other things. So, and I guess that's the beauty of down there, and what the feedback we get from customers as well. You guys just don't, like, you can do everything.
Absolutely.
And that's what we want to be known as. I've got customers coming back after purchasing utes or older utes. I want this, I want that. I'll take the time, I'll find out, I'll get prices, and we get it done. Like, there's nothing we can't do down there. So it's not just building a ute, we can build a ute that you've already got as well. So I guess, we just want to be your ute guys. So
Carmen.
Yeah, Carmen.
Ute
man.
The Ute
You've got
Centre,
that.
it's the one-stop vehicle shop where we can do absolutely everything, but the Ute Centre was designed to tailor the customer's needs. And there isn't just one thing we can do anything. And I think that's the best way that we can portray it. A lot of people think, no, I need to go out and get my quotes, my own accessories and my tray and getting this done. No, that's the old way of doing it. The current way of doing it is let us do it for you.
Yep. It's really just making it easy for the customers.
100%,
so then you guys can go away and do the hard work of getting all the accessories fitted and
that's
whatever
what we
it
love,
needs.
but because it's what we do every day.
That's the exciting bit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the passion and putting what they've got in their head out onto something.
And there's no better feeling, I guess, from the back end when they pick that car up in delivery and they're walking around that car for the first time looking at it.
Yep.
And you find yourself walking around the car following them.
Yep.
And the smile on everyone's face. They are as proud as punch of that because it's done exactly the way they want it. And they go, oh, I didn't think it was going to look this good. Oh, I didn't know it was going to come out this well.
It's the best feeling in the world,
So it is great, isn't it? And it's the journey. And I think that's probably the best description I could give for what sets us aside. It's the journey. It doesn't matter how little your knowledge or how vast it might be. We work together on it, and it's a project that we've worked on, and you come out at the end of the journey, and it's so exciting.
Bouncing ideas off each other, and you come up with some real crackers.
It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's so
It's
good.
more than just a transaction, it's the experience. And you touched on it before as well, Clint. It's when you've got customers who come back, and they come back because they know that you know their car, and you know what they need.
But the thing is, it's that plus the trust they have in you then as well, knowing that you know what you're talking about, you've set it up the way they've wanted it, it's coming out the way they wanted it looking, if not better. I guess you want them to leave there going, if I need anything for this ute, I'm just going to call Clint.
Yep, and it's that easy.
Yep.
And it's probably the other side of it too, is it's not just for from a business purpose. Sometimes it can be hard to get that relationship with someone that's going to be there for a long term and be able to go back and order multiple utes. So they've got to build the trust and say, hey, I need a ute that looks like this. It's got to have a tow bar. It needs to have a tray. The tray needs to be 1850 long. It needs to be 16 wide or whatever it might be. I've got a toolbox that I've got in it, but I've got to take that from my previous ute. And we go through all the fiddly stuff that to us is pretty easy and exciting. And they say, well, right, so you've managed to get my car done, you've worked my finance for me, you've got a package for me, it might be guaranteed future value, so you can tell them exactly what that ute's worth in 4 years' time. Yep. You've got the car signed written for them, which people don't realise that we can do the whole lot for them, and they come and pick up the car. So they build a relationship, they build a ute, and they drive away. What we want to create then is what people do now, is 1 month later, when they need a second ute because their business is booming, is say, Clint, can you get me another one of those white ones? I need it, but can I get it in 10 or 15 days?
Yep.
So my clientele, and I know yours is very much the same, these are these multi-car purchases where we've built the trust and the relationship with the people where they know, you know what, these guys are good at what they do and they can deliver and they know how important it is for our business to keep moving.
Yeah, exactly.
So you've got that personal use where we build them and take the time and get it right, but then you've got the business use where we take out the hassle of having to go through a different relationship every time over, So I guess that's what we're all about with the Ute Centre.
Yeah, and we just want to make things easy. That's like the bottom line. Make it easy, and there's nothing that we can't do. Absolutely nothing. So
It's the one-stop shop.
Hence the one-stop vehicle shop.
And I think what a lot of people probably don't realise unless they've visited the dealership is that the Ute Centre is actually at the dealership. So Clint is there with the Utes actually in front of the office.
Yep.
So you don't actually have to go far. And it's not separate to the business either?
Not separate at all. So the BT50 Ute Centre is on site, it's got its own yard, and we treat it like a separate department because of the size of it, obviously, and the care we put through. And the same when it comes through to servicing. You can book all your servicing back through Clint. He'll follow it the whole way through. So the same where we had up with the Ute Centre, we also have the Ute Centre servicing as well, and we'll tailor that to suit the timing, whether we pick up and delivery, whether it be off-site servicing, whether it be mobile servicing, whether, we need to organise a loan car. These are the things that we do. So it just definitely doesn't stop at the time of inquiry. It goes the whole way through to a repurchase, so it definitely is the perfect, it's the ultimate. The Ute Centre is the ultimate. So as you can see, there's a fair bit to cover off, and this season is going to be all about the BT50 Ute Centre, and that's just really the tip of the iceberg, what we've done today. So what we'll be covering off is obviously a lot about custom ute build, some lifestyle things, some advice on where to be heading for some adventures. So if you want to know more, head to the link in the description below and follow us there.